I wasn't crazy, but up to anything. Wanted to talk about today whether or not you need to take a deload week or if you can continue to push straight through your programming. So for those of you who don't know, a deload week is basically an active recovery or rest. It gives yourself an opportunity to reset from the stress that you've been putting either on your nervous system or on your skeletal system, your muscles, right? That breakdown, give yourself an opportunity to repair, recover, and then get better for the next phase. And a lot of people take automatic deloads with inside of their program, right? And so what does that look like? In a typical style program, let's say you're trying to build strength. In a typical program, you'll have your accumulation phase, which is week 1. You have your intensification phase, which is week 2. You add more volume, you add more intensity, whichever one you like to do, or both. Your realization, where you're actually going to go perform very well, and then back off of it on week 4, where you have a deload, right? And this is where you reset, recover. Some people take what I call a soft deload. Soft deload is just dropping back the volume for a little bit rather than dropping back the intensity. Drop down back the volume, you still get your nice good set. Some people take a full deload, which is you going into a full rest week where you're just kind of doing active recovery, correctives, things like that, right? So for me, I no longer do that with my athletes or my clients. What I do is we go accumulation. I want to get you prepared for the next phase, building a base, get your tissue tolerance, things like that. Then I'm going to go into intensification, right? We're going to give you a little bit more volume, get you to be able to push the workout a little bit harder. And then I'm going to take a deload. And then we'll go into the realization, what I call a perform week, go get it week, right? So when we do our go get it week, that's when we're really pushing up the needle. Now, if you want to get a little bit more advanced, right? So that's a good way you could set it up, right? Accumulation, intensification, deload, and then you take you get a go get it week or performance week where you're maxing out doing whatever, max reps, max strength, whatever it is. How I do it now with my athletes who are peaking for a actual event, I don't have time within 6 to 8 weeks to take a full week of deload. We don't have time. So what we have to do is we have to go based on auto regulation of the nervous system in order to see how your body's actually ready to perform that day, how you are actually ready to take on a stimulus, whether it be power or strength. You know, volume is not really gonna cause any type of setback in terms of hypertrophy, but when we're trying to get a performance outcome, what I wanna do is I wanna continue to push and progressively overload the strength, the power, whatever it is as we go. And then on a day that they come in and I check your auto regulation key markers like your sleep, your recovery, your nutrition, how you're actually feeling from an objective standpoint or subjective standpoint to the athlete. Now I wanna see what it looks like for us to now push, and then I'll see how fast is the bar moving. Are you pushing at the same weight that you were pushing before? Are you starting to slow down in speed? Are you missing out on reps, right? These are the things that I'm checking as we go through. This way I can go a day-to-day deload rather than a full weekly deload. Now I don't miss out on something. I could have a really good day, or say I could have a really bad day and then say, okay, I'm gonna deload for the next week. But you know, the next day after my bad day could be a great day because I took that day to rest. So always take a second to think about what your actual goal is. The goal is power and strength. You want to give your nervous system a chance to reset, not necessarily rest, but you don't want to take it on days where you actually are primed to perform very well. Some people's deload weeks, if you're just going by straight linear programming, fall on weeks where they actually can perform very well. So take that into consideration next time you're trying to build strength and power. Next time you're trying to go get into push the needle on your performance and get better. See, do I need to deload for the week, or can I deload for just today, maybe 2 days? And then from there, after my 2-day deload, let me hit these last 2. Then after my deload for the day or 2, you'll be surprised what you can actually push the needle. So find content like this helpful and you want to see a little bit more of it, make sure to like, subscribe, share with somebody, you know, YouTube stuff.